This is really interesting. In verse 22, this is the creation of the woman, Eve. But you don't hear Eve coming into the earth saying, where's my man? Huh? Am I reading it right? It says the man said. Eve came into the earth. Watch this. Adam was the one who was broken. Eve came into the earth whole. She had both ribs. Society wants women to believe you're broken if you're not with somebody. But God says the woman came into the earth complete, not seeking or needing anyone or anything. I don't know who I'm talking to today, but you got to stand in your power. You are one of one. There's nothing wrong with you if you're not with somebody. You as a woman are complete. You're whole. And I gotta say it because I'm tired of us supporting a culture that tries to make women think there's something wrong with them if they're not married. It's just not true.
Shalom. First and foremost, I would like to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, and Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Makakwadash, the honors to the apostles and elders of great millstone who do rule well and teach this truth in all honesty and sincerity. Salutation to you, brothers around the four corners of the earth that push this truth with all honesty and sincerity with great diligence to wake up the hopeful elect of Israel. Double shalom to you, Akim, that come looking like the heathen, but you are in fact of the stock of Israel, and you hold near to this truth and follow the law, statutes, and commandments to the best of your abilities wherever you may be scattered. And shalom to the few sincere Akwatim that listen and learn in silence, playing your creation role as the Lord commanded you to. Now, what you just heard was Devin Franklin. This is the ex-husband of Megan Good, a bona fide simp, and he's using the word of the Lord to not even using the word of the Lord. He's mangling the scriptures, man, to appease the woman's emotions. And he's simping, man. This man is a shame of the gospel. Cause why would you open the book and tell a bold-faced lie like that? You see, and that's what a lot of these false pastors do. They cater to the female emotions, man. And it's wrong. This is 1 John chapter 4, verse 1. Beloved, believe not every spirit, but try the spirits, whether they are of Yahweh. Because many false prophets are gone out into the world. Hereby know ye the spirit of Yahweh. Every spirit that confesseth that Yahweh Shai Mashiach is come in the flesh is of Yahweh. And every spirit that confesses not that Yahweh Shai Mashiach is come in the flesh is not of Yahweh. And this is that spirit of Antichrist, whereof ye have heard that it should come, and even now already is in the world. You know, this Adam was broken. Well, if Adam was broken, that means that you're saying that the Heavenly Father didn't create Adam as in His image, man. Adam was broken, but Eve was brought into the world whole. Are you nuts? What scriptures are you reading from? Because it couldn't be out of the Holy Scriptures. Let me see. Let's go to Genesis. Chapter 2. I start at 18. And the Lord Yahweh said, it is not good that man should be alone. I will make him an helpmeet for him. So it was the company, man. He needed a helpmeet. And out of the ground the Lord Yahweh formed every beast of the field and every fowl of the air, and brought them unto Adam to see what he would call them. And whatsoever Adam called every living creature, that was the name thereof. Let me jump down to 21. And the Lord Yahweh caused a deep sleep to fall upon Adam, and he slept, and took one of his ribs, and closed up the flesh instead thereof. And the rib which the Lord Yahweh had taken from man made he a woman, and brought her unto the man. Now the word woman goes back to servant, man. Servant of man. So if you women out here are not serving and reverencing your man, what are you doing? You're not doing what the Lord created you as that vessel to do. If I go and go to the kitchen and grab me a vessel to pour water in or whatever, and it got holes in it, I can't use it. I can't use it. It's the same thing with the woman. If you're not operating in your creation role, what are you doing? This guy's trying to make it seem like men are messed up and women are just faultless. But in all actuality, the women being out of order is why we have a society that we have today. First, the evil men ruling at the top that give the woman liberty to cause the chaos that we see. We don't see other countries on the eastern part of the world operating like this. Their women are not wild and out in the streets naked and just, running amok, busybodies. But this is America, and this guy's trying to make it seem as if there's nothing wrong with that. Now, yeah, you have some women that don't get married, and they remain abstinent, but your role, your purpose is to be a helpmeet unto your husband, man. And even in the ancient times, it was a real honor for a woman to bring a man for children. And if she couldn't, she was sad. She was broken. Because that was a woman's valuable use, the natural use of her, to help the man create life. Not to be some businesswoman or focus on her career or this or that, man. This guy is gonna lead a lot of you women, to the slaughter, man. And the rib which the Lord Yahweh had taken from man made he a woman, and brought her unto the man. Now, this basically means he took her from his close kin and made her a wife for Adam. Eve got both of her ribs. Man, these guys, man, they just simps, man. These guys like this are just simps, man, and they're pandering to the pussy, man, just flat out. Let's go to Proverbs chapter 12. And for a virtuous woman is a crown to her husband, but she that maketh ashamed is as rottenness in his bones. You see? A virtuous woman is a crown to her husband, man. The Lord said, matter of fact, Let's go back to Genesis 3 and 13, because this is after Eve had committed her transgression, which partaking in that fruit, that philosophy, which was not of the Lord. And the Lord Yahweh said unto the woman, what is this that thou hast done? And the woman said, the serpent beguiled me, and I did eat. You see? Let me jump down to verse 16. Unto the woman he said, I will greatly multiply thy sorrow and thy conception. In sorrow thou shalt bring forth children, and thy desire shall be to thy husband, and he shall rule over thee. And unto Adam he said, because thou hast hearkened unto the voice of thy wife, and hast eaten of the tree which I commanded thee, saying, thou shalt not eat of it, cursed is the ground for thy sake, in sorrow shalt thou eat of it all the days of thy life. Thorns also and thistles shall it bring forth to thee, and thou shalt eat the herb of the field. In the sweat of thy face shalt thou eat bread till thou return to the ground, for out of it was thou taken, for dust thou art, and unto dust shalt thou return. You see, Adam was wrong for listening unto Eve. You see that? So with all this walking around and talking and saying a woman is nothing wrong with her, she brought death into the world, man. She is the reason why we die. We were created to be immortal. And Eve brought death into the world. Notice, he didn't go to the 3rd chapter. You see? Women have nothing to be proud of. You know, or seeing this and understanding the role that the woman has played, they should be humble, lowly, and shamefaced, man. Let me go to the verse, the chapter, Timothy, 1 Timothy 2, and I'll start at verse 9. In like manner also that women adorn themselves in modest apparel, with shamefacedness and sobriety, not with braided hair or gold or pearls or costly array, but which becometh women professing godliness with good works. Let the woman learn in silence with all subjection. But I suffer not a woman to teach, nor to usurp authority over the man, but to be in silence. For Adam was first formed, then Eve. And Adam was not deceived, but the woman being deceived was in the transgression. Notwithstanding, she shall be saved in childbearing if they continue in faith and charity and holiness with sobriety. See, the woman's whole creation role is to be that helpmeet to her husband in all subjection. You walking around and telling women there's nothing wrong if you're single, but you're not telling them about the destruction that come where the man is going to be her salvation. What's the first thing that women do when something dangerous is happening? They look to the first man they see and run for safety. Get behind whatever man is around them. So what does being single get you women? To be set out for a prey. It's crazy how he can ignore all Eve's role in bringing death into the world, and how out of order most women are, especially in America. 97% of women are out of order. And it's okay. Why? Because women will pay to hear smooth things, man. This is Isaiah 30 and verse 8. Now go, write it before them in a table, and note it in a book, that it may be for the time to come forever and ever, that this is a rebellious people, lying children, children that will not hear the law of the Lord, which say to the seers, see not, and to the prophets, prophesy not unto us right things, speak unto us smooth things, prophesy deceits. And this is what the women love to hear, man, in these church houses, man. That's why they generate so much money every Sunday, to hear these smooth things. Go to the book of 1 Corinthians. Chapter 11 in verse 3. And it reads, but I would have you know that the head of every man is Hamashiach, and the head of the woman is the man, and the head of Hamashiach is Yahweh. You see, there is a chain of command. There's a chain of command. And what does the woman fall in line in that chain of command? Under the man's subjection. And the man is in subjection unto Hamashiach, Yahweh Shai, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus. And he's in subjection unto the Holy Father Yahweh. So now, even in these church houses, there's a chain of command. But you will preach unto woman to ignore that and just be wild and free and be and use your liberty to gad abroad, which is against the scriptures, man. But our people will line up to hear this, man, especially these women. And the men go because of the women. Let's jump down to verse 8. For the man is not of the woman, but the woman of the man. See that? You women belong to your man. It's not the other way around. Neither was the man created for the woman, but the woman for the man. So what the hell do you mean Adam was broken and Eve came whole? Let's go to the book of Sirach, or Ecclesiasticus in the Apocrypha. Chapter 25 and verse 24. And it reads, of the woman came the beginning of sin, and through her we all die. Give the water no passage, neither a wicked woman liberty to gad abroad. If she go not as thou would have her, cut her off from thy flesh, and give her a bill of divorce, and let her go. See? These pastors ignore these scriptures that show Eve where her transgression is, that show Eve what her role is, according to the Heavenly Father. You see, these type of pastors keep the division going between men and women. And you know, they these are spirits not of Yahweh, man. These are these lying pastors, man. Let's go to the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 4. And verse 8. There is one alone, and there is not a second. Yea, he hath neither child nor brother. Yet is there no end of all his labor? Neither is his eye satisfied with riches. Neither said he, for whom do I labor, and bereave my soul of good? This is also vanity, yea, it is a sore travail. Two are better than one, because they have a good reward for their labor. For if they fall, the one will lift up his fellow. But woe to him that is alone, when he falleth, for he hath not another to help him up. You see? Again, if two lie together, then they have heat. But how can one be warm alone? And if one prevail against him, two shall withstand him, and a threefold cord is not quickly broken. You see? So, what if it wasn't good for Adam to be alone, which the Lord said? He talking about man said. The Lord said that. So he brought him a helpmeet. So if it's not good for the man to be alone, what does that say about the woman being alone and single? And when you get into these scriptures, you see just how false these pastors are in these churches, man. Let's go to the book of Titus, chapter 2 and verse 3. The aged women likewise, that they should be in behavior as becometh holiness, not false accusers, not given to much wine, teachers of good things, that they may teach the young women to be sober, to love their husbands, to love their children, to be discreet, chaste, keepers at home, good, obedient to their own husbands, that the word of Yahweh be not blasphemed. So, where does this rally for single women fit in? You're not created to be single. You're created to be a vessel of help to your husband and a nurturer and lover of your children. Let me go to the book of 1 Peter. This says 1 Peter chapter 3 and 1. Likewise, ye wives, be in subjection to your own husbands, that if any obey not the word, they also may without the word be won by the conversation of the wives, while they behold your chaste conversation coupled with fear, whose adorning let it not be that outward adorning of plaiting the hair, and of wearing of gold, and putting on of apparel. But let it be the hidden man of the heart, and that which is not corruptible, even the ornament of a meek and quiet spirit, which is in the sight of Yahweh of great price. For after this manner in the old time the holy women also who trusted in Yahweh adorned themselves, being in subjection to their own husband, even as Sarah obeyed Abraham, calling him Lord. Now, whose daughters ye are, as long as ye do well and are not afraid with any amazement. You see, Is the women around here calling their husband Lord? No, because they will say, you ain't my daddy, you ain't my God, you ain't this, you ain't that. But without realizing the man is your salvation. You see, you'll be saved in childbearing. You know, these women are in amazement. You know, they can't believe that you know, the right way. They in love with the wrong way. How to be towards your man. Let's go to book of Second Peter, chapter 2, and verse 1. But there were false prophets also among the people, even as there shall be false teachers among you, who privily shall bring in damnable heresies, even denying the Lord that bought them, and bring upon themselves swift destruction. Teaching women that they are above the man, and Adam is broken, and Eve is whole. Are you nuts? If Eve was whole, she would have never took part in that ideology and philosophy from the serpent, which brought death into the world. You see? And many shall follow their pernicious ways, by reason of whom the way of truth shall be evil spoken of. Now, this is what the word pernicious means: having a harmful effect, especially in a gradual or subtle way. And is the truth not evil spoken of? Even in these churches where they claim to be men of the Lord, but you'll speak evil of the truth, man, just to appease the emotion of a woman. Man. Um, this is Second Timothy church. This is Second Timothy chapter 4, and I start at verse 2. Preach the word, be in season, instant in season, and out of season. Reprove, rebuke, exhort with all long suffering and doctrine. So you speak against the evil, and you say what's right according to the doctrine, man, not what you make up out of your ass to appease to women. For the time will come when they will not endure sound doctrine, but after their own lust shall they heap to themselves teachers, having itching ears, and they shall turn away their ears from the truth, and shall be turned into fables. And this is what we hear, man. These fables, man. Just making up shit. Go to the book of Colossians. This is the book Colossians 3 and verse 17. And whatsoever ye do in word or deed, do all in the name of the Lord Yahushua, giving thanks to Yahweh and the Father by him. Wives, submit yourselves unto your own husbands as it is fit in the Lord. Husbands, love your wives and be not bitter against them. You see, we done read 3 precepts that tells the wives to submit themselves to their husbands, man. So why is this guy telling these women, Devin Franklin that is, that nothing is wrong with you? You know, nothing is wrong with you. But damn near only 1% of women are still with the man who have taken their virginity. So the rest of these women are out committing adultery, being whores, but there's nothing wrong with them. They're whole. The hell out of here, man. Let me go to the book of Jeremiah 23. Because there's a judgment for you lying ass pastors, man. Woe be unto the pastors that destroy and scatter the sheep of my pasture, saith the Lord. Therefore thus saith the Lord Yahweh of Israel, against the pastors that feed my people, ye have scattered my flock and driven them away, and have not visited them. Behold, I will visit upon you the evil of your doing, saith the Lord. And I will gather the remnant of my flock out of all the countries whither I have driven them, and I will bring them again to their folds, and they shall be fruitful and increase. And I will set up shepherds over them which shall feed them, and they shall fear no more, nor be dismayed, neither shall they be lacking, said the Lord. You know, you lying ass pastors got a judgment to pay, man, for perverting the scriptures, man. Hope this has been an edifying lesson. I'm gonna say Kwam Yasharala, Shalom, and Abba Ba.